when they were chanting Manny's name, it just seemed like it was a time for everybody who's in their prime technically in boxing to be like, I want to achieve this. How do you achieve this? And you got to do what Manny does. Did you kind of get that gist? It was like people should want their name to be yelled like that.
Absolutely.
At that magnitude.
That is 100% a big reason why I did what I did. And I tell people all the time, I'm not an avid boxing fan.
You don't watch boxing?
I didn't grow up watching this thing. I'm keeping 100 with you. It's a lot of fights that I'm watching. I just turn it off, and I'm gonna go in there and do the podcast. And I'm just gonna freestyle because I don't care. You don't watch anymore. That being said, I saw Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns, and at 11, 12 years old, whenever I saw that, it did something to me. It was about the crowd, and I always just wanted that. So for me, I'm able to listen to that last night, and I'm like, I'm glad I got a version of this.
Yes.
You'll never get that version that Manny Pacquiao gets. Respect to Floyd, but Floyd don't get that version. Yeah. You know, so Manny definitely, in so many ways, he inspires not only Filipino people, but just culture in general. And what I want people to take away from Manny Pacquiao, beyond his greatness in the ring, is just the greatness of the human inside of him, his spirit, the level of faith he brings to life. You know, he truly does live it out. I've had an opportunity to be around him, learn him, get to know him. I know about the struggles that he's had and all those sorts of things. Straight up and down, man. It's hard to be great 100% of the time, but he's someone who certainly gets as close as you can get.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Shawn. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, man, he looked great when we saw him. Main thing was he kept bouncing, kept moving. Sean Zattel said on the Puerto Rico podcast that he was surprised in the 7th round to see Manny moving the way that he was. I wasn't, because we saw those things. Those were the kinds of things that gave me the feeling that Manny would do very well in this fight. And the reason why I say shout out to Mario Barrios is because I thought Mario would come in with a style that would suit Manny knocking him out. They came into the ring, I don't want to say to be safe, but they figured out an effective way to not get hurt. They figured out an effective way to, I guess, keep this thing close. I didn't really feel like it was close. Kind of is what it is, man. I was looking at 9-3.
Yeah.
I was looking at 8-4 max. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that disagree with that. It's what it is. I know a lot of fighters out there, even if they didn't give a scorecard, they knew that, or they feel that Manny won it hands down. Hands down is 9-3. Hands down is 8-4. You know. So.
What did you really think Barrios had that good of a outing? Because I felt like the footwork was a big issue. You know, every time Manny would dart in, it just looked like he didn't have any answer. It was like, the
difference between Mario Barrios and Margarito is Margarito was a come straight forward, bang you out kind of guy. That was what I thought this fight was going to be.
Yeah.
Mario has the stature of Margarito, but played it from the outside, played it with, a good strong frame. And I think those were the kinds of things that didn't make Manny hesitant, but caused Manny to really calculate, be a little bit more calculated than he used to be. And I think obviously he knows that he's just not who he used to be. He used to could do the 3-4, the turn, another 3-4, a turn, another 3-4. That's how he got the job done. Yeah. He still can get it done, but he's just not going to get it done like that anymore.
I saw it to be like a little frustrating to watch for Barrios, just because it was like, you're bigger, impose your will a little bit. He threw a jab, but it was like, put some heat behind it. You might win the fight just with that alone.
I think in retrospect, he didn't have enough confidence.
Yeah, right.
I think in retrospect, it's hard to not respect. It's hard to not respect Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
It's hard to not respect another fighter. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr., those two guys specifically. I knew what they could do. I didn't give a damn. don't give a damn, you don't respect it. I know what I can do, and I'm going to do what I can do. He didn't have that. He didn't have that sense of, I know who I am, I know what I can do, I'm going to do that. I think they came to the ring prepared, but they weren't prepared enough. Hopefully that makes sense. And what I mean by that is they came to the ring with a very good game plan. But there's a next step and the next level, and against a Manny Pacquiao, you need that next step, the next level. Mario Barrios is a B+ fighter.
Okay.
He's not an A fighter. He's a really good boxer. He's a B+ fighter. I think there's another level. If you don't see him go to that next level against Manny Pacquiao, and we haven't really seen him go past the level that he's been in, has been at.
Yeah.
It's safe to say that this is your ceiling, and his ceiling, which is at B+, he's gonna still be able to contend and beat a lot of other guys because he's got heart.
Yeah. Were you impressed by Manny's? I feel like he managed the fight well for his age. I mean, at 46, it looked like I call him the round thief, because it looks like he's just sitting there getting hit with some clean shots, and then all of a sudden it's like da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, that's all everybody's remembering now. So were you a little bit surprised, okay, we got something here, or were you really kind of expected it?
He managed the fight very well. I expected him to manage the fight well. Something that Freddie Roach told me the very first time I worked with Freddie and Manny. He told me Manny doesn't have to do 12 rounds in the gym. He's been doing 12 rounds for a long time.
Yeah.
He knows what it feels like to do 12 rounds. At 46 years old, not only does he know what it feels like to do 12 rounds, he's been baptized in it. He understands what a 12-round fight is. He understands the energy. We all have an internal clock, all that kind of stuff. More so than anything, I think he was able to manage it, simply put, easier because of the guy across from him not really pushing him and forcing him to will himself to do any more than he did.
Last one, Shawn. So Freddie Roach got asked in the press conference about it to make a statement. So did Justin Fortune, his strength and conditioning coach. They both said, we want the rematch as soon as possible. What's your reaction to that? As you kind of think you and me, we're saying, all right, Manny, good, you did well, but we don't want to see anymore. But he sees his team.
Is this. It's heartbreaking to me. And again, I had this thing 9-3-8-4 at max.
Me too.
Right? So, for me, when you win a fight decisively, he won that fight decisively. And you did everything that you do in training. And you went to the old school, doing everything you've always done. Not only are you getting in the ring against your opponent, but you're also getting in the ring against incompetent judges who don't understand this thing fully.
Yeah.
Who are fans of this and get put in a position to do this. I don't give a damn if they have 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of judging fights, championship fights. I don't give a damn. You still have never gotten in the ring and done it. You still don't go to boxing gyms and judge sparring. You don't go to amateur fights and judge those fights. You're not working on a craft the way that we do. You show up when they call you to show up. Don't do anything in between. Manny's going to train to do all that to get in the ring and perform for all of us. And at the end of the day, put everything on a line for that. Don't do it anymore, Manny. Let everybody else that's doing this, that has to do this, they have to deal with that. Manny, you ain't got to deal with that no more.
Yeah.
It's BS. I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah.